coin, a small yet significant piece of modern British history. The 5-pence coin has its roots in the UK's bold transformation to decimal currency. On Decimal Day, the 15th of February 1971, Britain left behind centuries of pounds, shillings and pence for a simpler system. But the 5p coin had been introduced even earlier, in 1968, serving as a decimal equivalent of the shilling. It was the same size and weight as the old shilling to ease the public's transition. However, by the late 1980s, the original large-size 5p had become too big and outdated for practical use. In 1990, the Royal Mint introduced a new, smaller 5p coin, and the 1996 issue is part of that second generation, more compact, lighter, and better suited to modern transactions. Coins are more than currency, they are national identity and metal, and the 1996 5-pence coin is no exception. The obverse features the third definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by sculptor Raphael McClove. This effigy shows Her Majesty wearing the George IV state diadem, a crown traditionally worn for the state opening of Parliament. The legend around the portrait reads Elizabeth Kedua D.G. Reg F.D. 1990, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This portrait was used from 1985 to 1997, and the 1996 coin sits toward the end of this design era. The reverse features the Scottish thistle, an enduring symbol of Scotland, designed by Christopher Ironside. This stylized image was used on all 5p coins from 1968 until 2008. The thistle is crowned by the royal coronet, underscoring the unity of the United Kingdom under one monarchy. The 1996 5p was struck at the Royal Mint in Lantrezant, Wales, the UK's main coin production facility since 1968. This ultra-modern mint replaced the aging Tower Hill site in London. By 1996, the Royal Mint had reached peak efficiency in mass production, striking coins not only for the UK, but for dozens of countries around the world. Metal composition: cupronickel 75% copper, 25% nickel, weight 3.25 grams, diameter 18.0 millimeters, edge, milled mintage for circulation, approximately 483 million coins. While this sounds common, condition and rarity are everything in the world of coin collecting. When collecting coins, one must always ask, was this coin circulated, or was it preserved? 1996 was a standard issue year, meaning most coins were minted for daily use. These coins have passed through many hands in shops, machines, and pockets. Circulated 1996 5p's typically show signs of wear, dulled surfaces, nicks, scratches. Their collector value is minimal, usually just face value 5p, unless in exceptional condition. Boo coins were never intended for circulation. These coins were struck with extra care and sold in annual Royal Mint sets or souvenir packs. Crisp edges, brilliant luster, and no handling marks distinguish boo coins. Value is significantly higher due to their limited quantity and pristine condition. A very small number of proof coins were made using special dies. Highly polished surfaces and frosted details make them stand out. Sold only in Royal Mint proof sets, not available to the public through banks. Considered premium collectibles. So what is a 1996 5-pence coin worth? That depends on three key factors: condition, rarity, and demand. Condition: type, estimated value as of 2025, circulated typical wear 5 pence, 0 pounds, 20 high grade circulated EFO 30 pence, pound 1 brilliant uncirculated boo 2 pounds, pound for proof. In original Royal Mint packaging, 5 pounds, pound 10 error coins for example. Mistrick off metal 10 pounds, 250 pounds plus. Some coins escape the mint with production flaws. These are sought after by specialist collectors. Off-center strikes, double striking, wrong planchette, metal type clipped planchette. Such minting errors on a 1996 5p are rare, but when found, they can command impressive prices at auction. If you're looking through your coin jar, here's how to check for a valuable 1996 5p. Check the condition. Is it shiny and blemish-free? If yes, it may be boo or proof. Look for packaging. Boo and proof coins often come in Royal Mint presentation sets. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass. Misaligned dies, missing letters, or odd shapes can mean big value. Look for grading. Coins graded by NGC or PCGS often fetch premium prices online. The 1996 Queen Elizabeth II 5-pence coin may not be made of silver or gold, but it's rich in history and meaning. A symbol of royal continuity, British craftsmanship, and national unity. It marks a quiet but significant moment in the UK's modern monetary journey, whether found in a dusty drawer or displayed in a collector's case. The 1996 5p reminds us that even the smallest coins have the power to carry royal heritage, cultural identity, and timeless value. So next time you see a tiny thistle beneath a crowned queen, take a closer look. That coin may be worth far more than 5 pence. The 1995 Queen Elizabeth II 5-pence coin, a modern decimal coin that bridges tradition and innovation. Though modest in appearance, it's a piece of British history, rich in symbolism and design, and one that collectors increasingly seek. that the 5-pence coin was first issued in 1968, ahead of Britain's full transition to decimal currency in 1971. It was originally the same size and value as the old shilling, easing the transition for the public. But by the late 1980s, the coin's size was considered cumbersome, leading to a redesign. The 5p coin was reduced in size, from 23.6 millimeters to just 18 millimeters in diameter. This small 5p coin was easier to use, modern in design, and consistent with European coin sizing. The 1995 coin is part of this second generation of 5-pence coins, compact, efficient, and carrying a portrait of a maturing monarch. The obverse of the 1995 5p features the third official coin portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Raphael Makulov. In this regal depiction, the Queen wears the George IV state diadem, the diamond crown often worn for the state opening of Parliament. The inscription reads, Elizabeth Kadua, D.G. Reg. F.D. 1995, meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This effigy was used on British coins from 1985 until 1997, marking a key era in modern UK numismatics. Designed by Christopher Ironside, the reverse shows a stylized thistle, the national flower of Scotland, crowned by the royal coronet. The design represents Scotland's role within the United Kingdom, as well as strength and heritage. Beneath the design is the denomination, 5-pence. This design was used on 5p coins from 1968 through 2008 or 1995. 5-pence coins were minted at the Royal Mint in Lanark, South Wales, which has been the UK's main coin production site since 1968. The Royal Mint's operations in 1995 were highly mechanized, minting coins not only for the United Kingdom but also for dozens of other nations. Attribute value: diameter 18.0, weight 3.25 grams, composicrons cavity 5% copper, 25% nickel, edge milled, mintage circulation 344 million approximate. Although the 1995 coin is not rare in terms of circulation numbers, its condition in special versions can make it valuable to collectors. The value of any coin lies largely in its condition, and the 1995p coin exists in several forms. These were minted in the hundreds of millions for everyday use. Typically show signs of wear and tear, including dull surfaces, scratches, or edge smoothing. Common and generally only worth face value 5p, unless an exceptional grade FO, not made for general use. These were specially struck with higher quality dyes and finishes. Sold in Royal Mint annual sets or souvenir folders. Show sharp detail, full luster, and no contact marks. More desirable for collectors. The highest quality version, mirror-like fields with frosted designs, only available in limited edition proof sets released by the Royal Mint, carefully handled and packaged, making them rare and highly collectible. While rare minting errors do occur, examples include off-center strikes, double strikes, clipped planchettes, die cracks. These types of coins are often sought after by specialist collectors and can fetch significantly higher prices. So what's a 1995 5p worth today? That depends on its type and condition. Type: condition, estimated value 2025, circulated average wear 5-pence, pound 0.20, circulated excellent condition, pound 0.30, pound 1 boo, brilliant uncirculated and royal, mint folder 2 pound for proof, coin in original packaging, 5 pound 10 error, coin rare errors 10 pounds, 200 pounds plus, pristine condition, nowhere, deep luster, original Royal Mint packaging, graded coins, certified by PCGS or NGC. Minting errors or rare variants. Want to know if your 1995 5p is valuable? Here's how. Check the coin's shine. If it's dull and scratched, it's circulated. Look for special packaging. Boo and proof coins were sold in sets. Inspect for minting errors. Use a magnifying glass. Look for double strikes, missing letters, or odd shapes. Weigh and measure. Errors sometimes have incorrect thickness or weight. Compare portraits and edge. Ensure it's not a misstruck or off-metal planchette from another coin series. The 1995 Queen Elizabeth II 5-pence coin is a testament to Britain's continuing legacy of tradition and transformation. Though small in size and often overlooked, it is part of a lineage that reflects monarchic continuity, design excellence, and cultural identity. Whether you're a casual enthusiast or a dedicated numismatist, adding a high-quality 1995 5p to your collection means owning a tiny piece of history, one that, over time, could prove more valuable than you might expect. So, before you spend that small silver coin, take a closer look. It just might be worth more than 5-pence. The ever-evolving landscape of British coinage, even the most ordinary coin can hold a wealth of history, though it may seem unremarkable at first glance. The Queen Elizabeth II 5-pence coin from the year 2000 carries within it the enduring legacy of a monarch, the tale of a modernized mint, and the artistry of heraldic tradition. By the year 2000, the UK had fully transitioned into a decimal currency system, and the small-sized 5-pence coin, introduced in 1990, had firmly taken its place in daily life. The 5p coin was originally launched in 1968, mirroring the old shilling, in size and value. But with changing economic and technological needs, the original larger version was phased out. Since 1990, the 5p had been struck in a more compact form, efficient, standardized, and still carrying the proud symbolism of a United Kingdom. The year 2000 marked the first full year of a new millennium, and with it came renewed interest in national identity and coinage heritage, even for denominations as modest as 5 pence. The obverse of the 2005p coin features the fourth official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley, introduced in 1998. This portrait was a significant departure from earlier, more idealized depictions. Ranked version is more realistic and mature, reflecting the Queen's image in her 70s. The Queen wears the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a familiar royal diadem. Inscription: Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 2000, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This portrait would remain in use on British coinage until 2015. The reverse design is by Christopher Ironside, part of the original decimal coinage series. It features a crowned thistle, the national emblem of Scotland, reflecting the unity of the UK's nations under one monarch. The royal crown atop the thistle denotes sovereignty and monarchy. The denomination 5 pence appears at the bottom. This design would be replaced in 2008 by Matthew Dent's shield design, making coins like the 2005p part of the final decade of the Ironside era. The 2005 pence coin was struck by the Royal Mint, headquartered in Llantrisant, South Wales. This ultra-modern facility had, by the new millennium, become one of the most technologically advanced mints in the world. Attributed tail diameter 18.00 m, weight 3.25 grams, metal composition Cronric 75% copper, 25% nickel, edge milled, finish circulated, brilliant, uncirculated, proof mintage circulated. 240 million. Approximate note: precise mintage figures vary, slightly depending on source, but over 200 million were made for general circulation. Coins exist in various grades and forms. For collectors, the difference between circulated and uncirculated coins can mean the difference between pocket change and a collectible treasure, made for everyday use, found in tills, vending machines, and loose change. Most 2005p coins are heavily worn or scratched due to 20 years of circulation, generally worth only face value unless an exceptional high-grade O+. These were never released into general circulation, specially struck using fresh dies and higher quality blanks, sold in Royal Mint annual boo packs and souvenir sets. Crisp, detail, lustrous finish, and no signs of wear. Ideal for collectors seeking near-perfect examples. Made for proof sets only, not for public use. Struck multiple times on highly polished dies, giving a mirror-like feel and frosted design. Extremely limited in quantity and considered premium grade. Sold directly by the Royal Mint, often in presentation cases with COAs, certificates of authenticity. So what is a 2005 pence coin worth today? While the circulated version is still common, uncirculated and proof examples hold value for collectors, particularly those seeking full-date runs or flawless mint specimens. Coin type: condition, estimated value 2025 circulated, normal wear 5 pence, £0 20 circulate, UNC grade 50 pence, £1 brilliant uncirculated boo in Royal Mint, pack £2 £4 proof with original case and coa £5, £10 error mistricker air types, only £10 £150 off-center strike, die cracks or cuts, misaligned dies, planchette flaws, double striking. These are rare but very valuable if verified by a numismatic expert. If you have a 2005p coin and are wondering if it's worth more than face value, check for the following. Luster: does the coin shine like new? Uncirculated coins have no dulling or wear. Surface condition: no scratches or dings, the more flawless the better. Packaging: if the coin is still in Royal Mint boo or proof packaging, it has greater collector appeal. Weight and diameter should match official specs. Errors may show deviations, error signs. Check edges and alignment for any production irregularities. If your coin meets any of these, especially proof or error types, you may be holding a coin worth several times its face value. The 2000 Queen Elizabeth II 5 pence coin may be a small, silver-colored disc, but it's a window into the UK's royal legacy, minting mastery and cultural identity at the turn of the millennium. From its traditional Scottish thistle design to the newly introduced Rank Broadley portrait of a regal monarch, the coin bridges history and modernity in a way that few everyday objects can. So whether you're sifting through old coins or building a comprehensive date collection, don't overlook the 2005p. It might not gleam with gold, but its story is priceless. The 1990 Queen Elizabeth II 5 pence coin, not just another decimal coin, but the first ever of its kind in a smaller size. A shift in size, weight, and production. The 1995p represents a key turning point in modern British coinage. The 5 pence coin was originally introduced in 1968, ahead of Britain's full transition to decimal currency in 1971. Back then, It shared the same size and value as the pre-decimal shilling, a smart move to ease public adoption of the new system. But as the years progressed, the large-size 5p became increasingly impractical, too bulky for modern wallets, too heavy for automated machines, out of step with other nations' coinage standards. In June 1990, the UK introduced a new, smaller 5p coin, a bold move by the Royal Mint to modernize the nation's currency. The 1995 pence coin became the first in this reduced format, instantly recognizable and significantly different from earlier issues. This marked the start of a new era, both functionally and numismatically. Though its size was reduced, the new 5p retained classic design elements, maintaining visual continuity across decades. The obverse features the third definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Raphael MacClove. This regal image was used from 1985 to 1997. The Queen is shown wearing the George IV state diadem, facing right, surrounding inscription Elizabeth Kedua, DG Reg. FD 1990. Translation: Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This portrait combines dignity with timeless elegance, a fitting match for a newly redesigned coin designed by Christopher Ironside. The reverse features a stylized Scottish thistle, the national flower of Scotland. The thistle is crowned, symbolizing Scotland's integral role within the United Kingdom and royal heritage. Below the design, the denomination reads 5 pence. This reverse had been in use since the coin's decimal introduction in 1968 and would remain unchanged until 2008. The 1995p coin was struck at the Royal Mint in South Wales, the UK's primary minting facility since 1968. By 1990, the Royal Mint was a highly mechanized institution producing coins for over 60 nations worldwide. The shift to the smaller 5p required entirely new dies, planchettes and quality control processes. Specification: datal diameter 18.0 weight 3.25 grams, composite says 75% copper, 25% nickel, edge milled in edge opening parenthesis APPROX. Closing parenthesis 1.634 million. Proof: only no circulation issue asterisk asterisk. Yes, that's right, no 1990 small-size 5p coins were issued into general circulation. All 1995p coins were struck for proof and collector sets only, making them very limited and desirable among collectors. Unlike most coins of the modern era, the 1995p coin was not issued for circulation in its smaller size. That makes this coin unique among the post-decimal 5p issues. Technically, there are no genuine circulated 1990 small 5p coins. If you find one in circulation, it most likely came from a broken proof set or was spent by mistake. That rarity makes any 1990 small 5p found in change a curiosity and potentially worth more than face value. Sold in Royal Mint collector packs in 1990, struck with extra care on higher quality dies, sharper detail, strong luster, and no contact marks. Highly collectible, especially when still in original packaging. Made for 1990 Royal Mint proof sets, highest possible finish, mirror-like fields, frosted reliefs carefully stored in presentation cases with certificates of authenticity CIOs. Only 1.634 million were minted, a low figure in modern numismatics, because no 1995p coins were released into general circulation. All examples of this coin are technically collector issues. That makes them more valuable than their face value, especially in original condition. Coin type: condition, estimated value BU loose. Not in pack, excellent £2, £3 boo. In Royal Mint folder, mint £3, £5 proof with COA set. Mint £6, £10 proof, graded by NGC HPCG SPF 69 plus, slabbed £15, £30 loose. Example found in change unusual £3, £7 if well preserved, original packaging from Royal Mint. Perfect surfaces, no marks or toning, graded coins with third-party authentication. Full-proof sets from 1990, including the 5p to determine if you have a collectible 1995p. Look for these signs. Small size 18mm, not the larger pre-1990 5p. Date 1990. No regular 5p coins of this date were released into circulation. Finish: if it's shiny, reflective, or frosted, it's likely boo or proof. Packaging: original Royal Mint folders or proof cases add considerable value. Error coins: while rare, any 1995p with minting flaws can command high prices. The 1990 Queen Elizabeth II 5 pence coin may seem small and unassuming, but it marks a major transition in British numismatic history. It represents the end of the large traditional coinage and the beginning of modern, efficient design, with no coins struck for circulation. Every surviving 1995p is already part of a limited collector's issue, whether found in a proof set, boo folder, or rarely in pocket change. It remains one of the most significant and collectible decimal coins of the late 20th century. If you're lucky enough to own one, protect it. And if you're a collector, this is a must-have piece in any full decimal coin series. 1938 designer Felix Schlag. Obverse: Thomas Jefferson, Facing left reverse Monticello Jefferson's home composition 1969, 75%. Copper 25% nickel, no silver content, unlike wartime nickels by 1969. The Jefferson nickel had already been in circulation for 31 years. The design remained unchanged from Schlog's original with only minor hub updates and strike improvements during the 1960s. In 1969, Jefferson nickels were minted at 3 U.S. mint facilities, each with varying mintage totals and collector value. Mint mark location: mintage notes, Philadelphia, no mark, Pennsylvania, 145,790,000 most. Common, Denver, D. Colorado, 202,807,500. Highest mintage, San Francisco, S. California, 3,539,792. Only proof coins. Most 1969 nickels are still found in pocket change. Value 5 cents, 25 cents depending on where. Often dull with scratches, flattened details, bright luster, sharp strike, no wear. Graded on the Sheldon scale MS60, MS70. Collectors pay $2 to over $500 for top examples. Struck using polished dies and planchettes, mirror-like surfaces. Not made for circulation. 1969 S-proof nickels in perfect condition can be valued $5, $50 plus, especially if they have cameo or deep cameo finishes. Obverse front, Thomas Jefferson. Facing left, inscriptions: "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date 1969, Monticello Jefferson's Virginia estate. Inscriptions: "E pluribus unum, United States of America," and 5 cents. Strong, full details on Monticello steps called full steps, or FSFS. Examples are much rarer and far more valuable. Type mintage: Coleman, collector demand 1969. Philadelphia, 145.8 million. Yes, low and circulated. High in MS 1969D, 202.8 million. Very common. Fs equals high value. 1969S proof, 3.5 million. Less common. High in PR 68 DCAMM 66F's value, $300, $800 plus. MS67F is extremely rare, may exceed $2,000. Why it's valuable? Most 1969D nickels are poorly struck. Full steps indicate a perfect, sharp strike, rare for this year. Deep cameo DCAM finish, frosty design elements plus mirrored background, value $40, $150 plus in PR69 DCAM. Superb PR70 examples, perfect grade, are rare and can fetch $500 plus. Look out for double die obverse DDO off-center strikes struck on a cent planchette, wrong metal. These can range in value from $100 to $3,000 plus, depending on error severity and condition. Look for 5 or 6 full, unbroken steps on Monticello. Use a 10x loop for accuracy. Nowhere on Jefferson's cheek or jaw. Key indicator of mint state coins. Proof coins with contrast, deep cameo effects boost value. Gray description. Value: ESD MS60, MS63 average. Uncirculated $2, $10 Ms. 64 MS65. Nice luster. Few marks: $10, $50 Ms. 66 plus. Fs near perfect, $100, $800 plus. PR68, PR69. DCAM near flawless proof, $20, $150. PR70 perfect proof, rare, $500. Denver Mint D flooded the market. However, sharp strikes with full steps are rare and valuable. Philadelphia Mint. No mint mark makes it harder to identify, but clean FS examples are still scarce. San Francisco Mint proof-only coins, often the highest quality, but look for deep cameos to get premium prices. Most 1969 Jefferson nickels are common, but there are gems hiding in the mix. Mint state full steps from Denver or Philadelphia equals $. Rare mint errors equals big money, whether you're searching through rolls or inspecting a childhood coin collection. 1969 nickels offer an exciting opportunity to discover valuable coins that are often overlooked. Upload a clear photo of the front and back, and I can help you assess if it's rare or valuable. In the world of U.S. coin collecting, the Jefferson nickel has quietly built a legacy, and the 1981 issue, while often seen as ordinary, holds untapped potential for collectors who know what to look for. From key mint variations to rare proof errors, the 1981 nickel represents a turning point, especially since it was the last year before major changes in how the Philadelphia Mint marked coins. In this long-form deep dive, we'll explore the complete history of the 1981 nickel mint locations and mintage totals, design features, the difference between circulated and uncirculated coins, the most valuable 1981 nickels, including rare full steps, deep cameo proofs, and mint errors first minted. 1938 designer Felix Schlog obverse, left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson reverse, Monticello Jefferson's home by 1981. The Jefferson nickel had already become one of the most common U.S. coins. However, the early 1980s were a transitional era, both in mint technology and collector interest. In 1982, Philadelphia began placing a P on nickels for the first time. In 1981, The Jefferson nickel was produced at 3 U.S. mint facilities. Mint mark location: Mintage Notes, Philadelphia. No marked, Pennsylvania. 676,545,000. No peon coin, Denver, Colorado. 4965350000. Higher. Strike quality: San Francisco, California. 3,491,240. Proof only. Philadelphia and Denver nickels were struck for circulation. San Francisco only produced proof coins for collectors, not intended for circulation. 75% copper, 25% nickel. Weight: 5.00 grams. Diameter: 21.2 millimeters. No silver content. Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlug. Inscriptions: "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date 1981. Mint mark D or S. No mark for Philadelphia. Reverse back: Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia State. E pluribus unum, United States of America. 5 cents for circulated V's. Uncirculated conditions. Found in daily use with moderate to heavy wear. Value: 5 cents to 15 cents. Dull surfaces, flattened details, common bright luster. Full strike. Nowhere graded on the Sheldon scale. MS62, MS70. Value: $1 to $200 plus, depending on condition and strike quality. Monticello steps on the reverse, fully struck, invisible, a rare condition for 1981 coins, and heavily valued by collectors. Struck on specially prepared dies and polished planchades, mirror-like surfaces with frosted designs. Graded PR62, PR70. Deep cameo DCAM examples are most valuable. Mintage collector status. Notes: 1981. No mint mark. Philadelphia 676.5 million. Camino P. Mint mark last year 1981D. Denver 496.5 million. Camino Beta. Chance for full steps 1981S. San Francisco 3.5 million. Collect. Look for PR69, PR70 DCAM. While most 1981 nickels are only worth face value, there are valuable exceptions. Scarce with complete. Sharp Monticello steps. Auction prices: $150 to over $1,000. Rare due to weak strike quality from Philly Mint. MS65, MS66. FS coins can fetch $100, $500 plus. Ultra high grade proofs with deep cameo. Contrast are top tier collector items. PR70 DCAM coins have sold for $100 for $100 plus. PR69 DCAM usually sell for $10, $30. Rare error coins can multiply value significantly. Common 1981 errors: off-center strikes, double die, obverse DDO or reverse DDO or reverse DDR, clipped planchette struck on wrong planchette, for example. Penny blank value ranges from $50 to $2,500 depending on the type and condition. Grade, type, description. Approx. Value: circulated, worn, in pocket change 5 cents, $0, 15 Ms, 6 OMS, 6.3. Low end uncirculated 50 cents, $2, OOMs, 6.4 M, S65, bright luster. Minor marks: $2, $10 Ms, 6.6 FS high grade. Full steps: $50, $1 to 50 Ms, 6.7 FSTOP population. Rare: $500, $1,200 plus. PR69 DCAM proof near perfect $15, $50 PR70 DCAM proof perfect grade $100, $400 major mint aerophomital D. Off-center $100, $2,500 plus. Use a magnifier to examine Monticello steps. Look for 5 or 6 distinct steps without breaks. Deep cameo contrast adds significant value. Keep slip coins in airtight holders. Double dies and off-center coins are most common. Coins graded by PCGs or NGC sell for much higher, though often overlooked. 1981 Jefferson nickels offer more than face value, especially in high grades. With full steps, or as proof deep cameos, they also mark the end of an era, as 1982 introduced new mint marking standards. Whether you're combing through change or building a complete set, 1981 nickels deserve your attention, particularly if they show sharp full steps. A graded MS66 or PR70 DCAM contain errors or unusual strikes. The 1964 Jefferson nickel is one of the most widely produced coins in U.S. history, yet among the billions struck, some hold extraordinary value. From ultra-rare full steps varieties to unusual mint errors, the 1964 Jefferson 5-cent piece is a prime example of how even the most common coin can become a highly sought-after collector's item. Designer: Felix Schlug, selected via design competition. First minted 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel obverse. Thomas Jefferson profile reverse. Monticello, Jefferson's estate. The design remained largely unchanged from 1938 through 2003, though coin production methods and strike qualities varied greatly between decades and mints. Coin shortage in the early 1960s. Due to coin hoarding driven by rising silver prices, though the nickel had no silver. In 1964, Congress authorized a massive increase in coin production, including nickels, to combat the shortage. The U.S. Mint suspended proof coin production in 1965-1967 due to the coin shortage crisis. No official 1964 proof nickels were struck, though many specimen strikes exist and are highly valuable. The 1964 Jefferson nickel was produced in massive numbers at 2 mints. Mint mark location mintage notes Philadelphia no mark Pennsylvania 1,024,672,000 no. Mint mark Denver, Colorado 1,787,297,160 D below Monticello on reverse. 75% copper, 25% nickel weight, 5.00 grams. Diameter, 21.2 millimeters. No silver content. Portrait of Thomas Jefferson. Inscriptions: In God We Trust. Liberty. And 1964 image of Monticello. Inscriptions: E pluribus, United States of America. And 5 cents. Most 1964 nickels show heavy wear due to mass circulation. Typical value, 5 cents to 25 cents. Wear is common on Jefferson's face and Monticello steps. Brilliant luster, no wear. Sharper detail graded from MS60 to MS70. Value ranges from $1 to over $10,000. Depending on grade and strike quality, one of the most valuable features requires 5 or 6 fully defined steps at the base of Monticello with no cuts or weak areas. Extremely rare for 1964 nickels, especially from Philadelphia despite the massive mintage. Certain 1964 nickels are worth thousands of dollars in specific conditions. Value $3,000, $10,000 plus. Why rare? Denver coins in 1964 were poorly struck. Full steps from Denver in high grades are extremely scarce. Auction record, A1964 DFS in MS67 sold for over $10,500. Value, $500, $5,000 plus. Even rarer than the Denver FS in high grades due to weak strikes. At Philadelphia Mint, unconfirmed test or specimen coins believed to have been struck with extra care at the Philadelphia Mint appear with unusual satin or matte finishes. Struck on burnished planchets. Extremely rare and controversial. Not officially listed as SMS, but a few have been slabbed by grading services. Valuable 1964 nickels include error type description, valued diaburst DDO doubling on Jefferson's I. Motto or date, $100, $2, $500 off center strike missile and planchette off up to 50%, $50, $1,000 clipped planchet missing curved portion of coin, $30, $300 struck on wrong planchette coin, struck on a penny or foreign blank, $500, $5,000 grade, tip disc, VALUEVFF circulated light wear 5 cents, $0, 20 ms, 60 ms, 6.4 average mint states and marks or dull luster $1, $10 ms, 6.5 gem mint strong strike, few flaws $15, $50 ms, 6.6 f's full steps for a sharp strike $300, $2, 500 ms, 6.7, FSL traged madvestment grade rarity $3,000, $10,000 plus error coin versus off center DDO clipped $50, $5,000 plus focus on full steps. Use a 5x or 10x magnifying glass. Full steps equals big value. Inspect for errors, look for doubling, off centers and clipped edges. Search for SMS-like finishes. Unusual matte or satin luster may signal a rare specimen strike. Submit high-grade coins for grading. Coins graded by PCGs or NGC with FS or error designation carry major premiums, although over 2.8 billion were minted. The 1964 Jefferson nickel hides its value in plain sight. Rare full steps examples, high-grade uncirculated coins, and unique mint errors make certain 1964 nickels worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Circulated 1964 nickels are common but worth checking. Uncirculated FS nickels are rare and extremely collectible. Errors in specimen strikes can bring 4 to 5-figure prices. The 1998 Jefferson 5 cents coin is part of a long-running series that began in 1938 and continues to the present day. While 1998 nickels are relatively modern and often dismissed as common pocket change, certain coins from this year, especially in high grade, full steps designation, proof condition, or with mint errors, are highly sought after by collectors. The complete story behind the 1998 nickel, its production, design, mints, valuable varieties, and what makes some of them worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. First minted, 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel designer Felix Schlagobverse. Thomas Jefferson, 3rd U.S. President, reverse Monticello Jefferson's estate in Virginia. The design remained largely unchanged until 2004, when the Westwood Journey series introduced a new look. So 1998 represents one of the final years of the original classic design before the modern redesign. In 1998, the Jefferson nickel was produced at 3 U.S. mint locations. Mint mark location Mintag mintage notes Philadelphia, P. Pennsylvania 629,280,000 circulation. Strike Denver, Colorado 896, 292,000 circulation. Strike San Francisco S. California 2,086,507 proof only Philadelphia P. Eastern U.S. No longer the largest producer, but key to East Coast circulation. Denver D. Higher quality strikes, often more full steps coins. San Francisco S. Made only proof coins for collectors. Weight, 5.00 grams. Diameter, 21.2 mm composition, 75% copper, 25% nickel edge, plain no silver content unlike wartime nickels of 1942 to 45. Profile of Thomas Jefferson facing left inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty, 1998, and mint mark PD or S. Monticello. Jefferson's home inscriptions, E pluribus unum United States of America, 5 cents common in everyday change, dull surfaces, worn Monticello steps, scratches value, face value 5 cents to 15 cents nowhere, sharp detail, full luster graded MS60 MS70 on the Sheldon scale value, $1 to $250 plus, depending on condition, and strike refers to the steps at the base of Monticello on the reverse requires at least 5 full, unbroken steps, ideally 6, designated by grading companies like PCGS or NGCSF. Very few coins are well struck enough to show complete steps. Full steps coins in MS66 or higher can be worth hundreds of dollars. High strike quality from Denver mint value, $200, $400 plus, scarcer than Denver in high grades, with FS strong luster and crisp steps command a premium value, $300, $500 plus. Perfect grade with ultra-sharp contrast deep cameo equals frosted design plus mirrored background value, $100, $250 plus. PR69 DCAM is common but still sells for $10 to $5. Rare and expensive 1998 nickel ER mint era coins are collector favorites and can skyrocket in value. Error type description value, range double die obverse DD, a slight doubling on letters or numbers, $100, $1,000 plus. Off-center strike coin struck misaligned, partially missing design, $50, $500 plus. Clipped planchet curved, edge cut off from coin blank, $30, $200 struck on wrong planchet nickel struck on a penny or dime. Blank $500, $3,000 plus. Die crack or coudraised, bump or broken die area, $25, $200. Tip, use a 10x magnifier and inspect for doubling on Liberty, 1998, or Jefferson's I-8 grading and value chart, 1998 nickel. Grade type description, estimated value, circulated light, moderate wear, 5 cents $0, 15 Ms, 60 ms 63 low mint state, 50 cents $2, OOM 64 ms 65 bright luster, slight marks $3, 15 ms 66 fs, near gem $40, 100 ms 67 fs rare. Investment grade $200, $500 plus. PR69 DCAM proof deep mirror. Frosted devices $10, $25. PR70 DCAM proof perfect proof. Coin $100, $250 plus. Major mint error soft center DDO. Wrong planchette $100, $3,000 plus. Search for full steps. Check Monticello. Steps under magnification. Even modern coins rarely show 6 sharp steps. Inspect proofs for deep cameo. 1998S coins should have bold contrast for max value. Store proofs in airtight holders. Unsearched coin rolls and mint sets are your best bet. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC with FS or PR70 DCAM status command the highest premiums, though minted in the hundreds of millions. The 1998 Jefferson nickel has a surprising amount of collectible value if you know what to look for. Circulated coins are common, but high-grade full steps coins are rare and valuable. Proof coins from San Francisco can reach $100, $250 plus. In perfect condition, mint errors are always in demand. A well-preserved 1998 nickel could be worth hundreds of dollars. The last step, 1993 Jefferson nickel, offers more than just 5 cents of spending power. As part of the long-standing Jefferson nickel series, the 1993 edition includes a variety of collectible versions, especially in high grades or with rare minting characteristics like full steps, proof deep cameos, or striking errors. The complete story behind the 1993 Jefferson 5 cents coin, including its history, mint origins, production quantities, physical specifications, and the most expensive and rare examples known today. First minted 1938, designed by Felix Schlag, replaced the Buffalo nickel obverse portrait of President Thomas Jefferson reverse, Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home. The design remained mostly unchanged from 1938 until 2004, when a new westward journey reverse debuted. The early 1990s were a time of technological modernization at the U.S. Mint. In 1993, the Mint employed improved planchettes and dies, making high-grade coins easier to find. Proof coin production quality was higher than ever, with an emphasis on deep cameo contrast. However, strike quality on circulation coins could still be weak, especially at the Philadelphia Mint, making full steps coins rare and valuable. In 1993, the U.S. Mint produced Jefferson nickels at 3 locations. Mint mark location mintage notes, Philadelphia P. Pennsylvania 406,348,000 common. No proof coins, Denver DC OLORADO 423,470,000 higher chance of full steps in Francisco S. California 2,319,342. Proof coins only Philadelphia and Denver, struck for general circulation across the U.S. San Francisco only made high-quality proof coins for collectors. 75% copper, 25% nickel weight, 5.00 grams diameter, 21.2 millimeters edge, plain Thomas Jefferson facing left. Inscriptions: In God We Trust, Liberty and 1993 mint, marked to the right of the date PD or S, reverse, Monticello Jefferson's home inscriptions, E pluribus unum, United States of America, and 5-cent show wear, dull, luster, and flattened details, especially on Jefferson's hair and Monticello steps value, $0. 05 to 15 cents, no signs of wear, bright luster, and full detail graded on the Sheldon scale MS62 MS70 value, $1 to $200 plus. Depending on grade and strike quality, the steps at the base of Monticello on the reverse must be sharply struck 5 or 6. Full lines must be visible. Unbroken and uninterrupted full steps FS designation adds significant value, especially in grades MS66 and MS67. Even modern coins are rarely struck with complete steps. The Philadelphia Mint in particular had weak strikes, making full steps especially rare despite being modern coins. Certain 1993 nickels can sell for hundreds of dollars if they meet the right conditions. Extremely rare in this grade, with FS designation. High-quality strikes from the Denver Mint make this more likely than Philadelphia value, $250, $500 plus. Much harder to find than Denver version in FS. Weak strikes were common at the Philadelphia Mint value, $300, $600 plus. Rare population in MS67F's perfect condition, flawless surfaces, sharp frosted design, deep cameo contrast is prized among collectors. Value, $80, $200 plus. PR69 DCAM examples are more common. $10, $25. Mint errors can increase value significantly. Error type description, estimated value, double die obverse DDO, doubling of date, Liberty or I, $100, $1,000 plus. Off-center strike, misaligned planchette, $50. $500 struck on wrong planchette. Example, nickel struck on a penny, blank, $500, $3,000 plus. Clipped planchettes missing curved edge, $30. $150 die breaks per cuts, raised blobs or cracks from damaged die, $20, $200 plus. Grade type description, estimated value, circulated light, moderate wear, $0, $5, $0, 15 ms, 60, ms, 63 average mint state, 50 cents, $2 ms, 64 ms, 65 above average luster, $3, 10 ms, 66 fs gem with full steps, $50, $150 ms, 67 Fultrate, $250, $600 plus. PR69 DCAM HIGH grade proof, $10, $25. PR70 DCAM perfect proof, $80, $200 plus. Mint error, misstruck, $2, $53,000 plus. Use a 5x-10x magnifier, check for clear, unbroken Monticello steps. Look for a frosted portrait and mirror-like background. Avoid spots, hazing, or milkiness. Doubling, off-center strikes, and planchette flaws are moneymakers. Use PCGS or NGC for full steps or proof coins to maximize value. 1993. Mint sets and proof sets may contain high-grade coins not seen in circulation though minted in high numbers. The 1993 Jefferson nickel contains a surprising amount of collector value in the right condition, whether it's a full steps MS67 coin, deep cameo proof, striking mint error. There are valuable gems waiting to be found in this relatively modern date. Key variety potential value, 1993 DM67Fs, $255,001,993, PM67Fs, $300, $600 plus. Very rare 1993 SPR70 DCAM, $100, $200 major. Mint error up to $3,000 plus.